This brings us to two key questions. First, what criteria does a person need to meet before he can receive voluntary active euthanasia? Right? So before we allow the doctor to give a lethal injection to a patient or even just prescribe a lethal dose of barbiturates, what criteria need to be met? Right? And second, right, what mechanisms do we have for determining whether or not the criteria has been met? Of course, that gets us back to what we talked about in the presentation on safeguards. For example, we might say the person must have a terminal illness. Then we have to ask, okay, well, what criteria, if any, do we have for what counts as a terminal illness? Right? That's making the criteria more specific. And once we've done that, who gets to certify that the person has a terminal illness? Is it okay for their family doctor to do it? Do you have to have the signature of two doctors? Does it have to go through a review board? Right? What's the mechanism we're going to put in place for determining who will count as, or who will be officially designated as, having a terminal illness and who won't? Okay, that's one of the things I'm going to ask you to talk about on the discussion board. What criteria do you think should be in place? And once you've determined those, right, for each criterion, how do we officially decide whether or not it's been met?